Hello students, I am Vijay Kumar Patel, PGT Chemistry, JNV Golaghat, Assam. Today I am here with a discussion for class 11, unit number 5, states of matter. Today I will discuss here ideal gas equation and Dalton's law of partial pressure. So let's start students. Ideal gas equation. So dear students, in my previous video you have learnt about Boyle's law, Charles law and Avogadro law. So here we will know ideal gas equation. So before starting this equation, let me tell you why this equation is called ideal gas equation. Because if this equation is followed by gases in all temperature, pressure and volume, then those gases are called ideal gas. So what is that equation? Let's see. It's a derivation. You know, according to Boyle's law, volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Charles law, according, volume is directly proportional to temperature, and according to Avogadro law, volume is directly proportional to number of moles. So if you combine these three equations, these three laws, then you can find V, it is directly proportional to. Now what? First, directly proportional to T, directly proportional to N, and inversely proportional to P. So in combined form you can write it as V is directly proportional to Nt by P. Remove this proportionality sign, a constant will be used, that is R into T into N by P. So this will be V is equal to nRT by P. Change the sign of pressure, it will be PV equal to nRT. This equation is known as ideal gas equation. Okay, remember, note it down. This equation is known as ideal gas equation, and this is the most important equation in terms of exam and also in terms of scientific research. So in exam there is a question, and the question is, write ideal gas equation for 1 mole of gas. Note it down. Write ideal gas equation for 1 mole of gas. So here 1 mole of gas means N is equal to 1. So the equation will be PV equal to RT. The equation is what? PV equal to RT. This is a equation. Okay, or the ideal gas equation for 1 mole of gas. So for 1 mole of gas, PV is equal to what? RT. So here write this thing here. What? Here you have to write this thing, and the thing is, for 1 mole of gas, PV, it is equal to RT. This is your homework for reference. What is? Write ideal gas equation for 1 mole of gas. So this will be your answer. Okay. Now what is this? This is the equation. This is an equation we will use for scientific calculation. In this equation, first see here, PV is equal to nRT. For 1 mole of gas, PV equal to RT. So what will be the value of R? It will be PV by T. It is equal to R. So first condition, P1 V1 by T1. Similarly, P2 V2 by T2. So this is equation we will use for scientific calculation. Remember this thing. From this equation, now we have to calculate the unit of gas constant. So you know, from this equation this equation R is equal to what? PV divided by NT. PV divided by NT. This is the value of gas constant R. So now put value of pressure, value of volume, value of number of moles and value of temperature. So at STP, where the pressure is 10 to the power 5 Pascal or 1 bar, remember this thing, for different units value of pressure and volume is also different. So if we take pressure in Pascal, then at STP 10 to power 5 Pascal value of pressure. At this pressure or STP, the volume of 1 mole of gas is 22.7 into 10 to power minus 3 meter cube, means 22.7 liter actually. The volume is 22.7 liter. So here in terms of meter, the value of volume for 1 mole of gas will be 22.71 into 10 to power minus 3 for 1 mole of gas, and the temperature is 273.15 K. Okay, means 0 degree C. STP means temperature 0 degree C, pressure 1 bar or 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So if you put these values and solve it, you will find the answer that is equal to 8.314, and the unit will be, from here it is clear. What is clear? Pascal, meter cube, here Kelvin inverse, and one more thing, mole inverse. This is a unit of gas constant R for 1 mole of gas. Then if you take different values of pressure and volume, then take pressure in terms of bar and volume in terms of liter, then the value of gas constant will be this, and this is third value. So in different units, value of gas constant is also different. Now here the problem is which value we have to remember, because it's a critical thing. Obviously it will confuse an exam that which value we will use. So simple solution, and the solution is, in question find out the units of other things, means unit of pressure in which term pressure is given, volume of gas in which unit volume is given, then according to those units you can choose value. So let's see how. There is a numerical, and what is numerical? Numerical is at 25 degrees C and 760 mm of Hg pressure, a gas occupies 600 ml volume. What will be its pressure at a height where temperature is 10 degrees C and volume of the gas is 640 ml? So see, at 25 degrees C, here at 25 degrees C, this one is T1, mm of Hg, this one is P1, and gas occupies 600 ml volume, this one is V1. What will be its pressure? Means P2 you have to calculate at a height where temperature is 10 degrees C, means T2 is 10 degrees C, and volume of the gas is 640 ml, this is V2. So in this question these values are given. Now see, what are the values? T1, P1, V1, these are given. P2 we have to calculate, P2 is equal to question mark, T2 and V2 are given. So write these things. Okay, then again I have told you, always use temperature in Kelvin for scientific calculation. Never use centigrade for calculation. Okay, so first we have to convert this centigrade into Kelvin. So what's the relation? Very simple relation. C plus 273, it is equal to K. Centigrade is given, convert it into Kelvin. So this will be T1 25 plus 273, it is 298 K. T2 10 plus 273, it is equal to 283 K. And this one is what? This one is P2. P2 is equal to question mark. P1 is given here. So here according to combined gas law, you know this is a combined gas law. Put values of different terms like P1, V1, T1 and V2 and T2, then you can find the value of P2. So here this is your answer. This is ideal gas equation. Next, the last law is Dalton's law of partial pressure. Before starting this law, let me tell you what is partial pressure. Take a container. Okay, in that container fill 3 different gases, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. So the pressure of the container, that will be equal to the pressure of oxygen, pressure of nitrogen and pressure of hydrogen. If you add the pressure of all these 3 gases, you can find the total pressure. It means total pressure, it is equal to the sum of the individual pressure of gases. that individual pressure is known as partial pressure. So see, according to Dalton's law, total pressure exerted by the mixture of non-reactive gases. Why non-reactive gases? Because if the gases they react with each other. For example, if hydrogen and oxygen in some conditions, hydrogen and oxygen, if they react to form water, then there is no existence of gas. Then how can we calculate the total pressure of gas? So the gases should be non-reactive. So the total pressure exerted by the mixture of non-reactive gases, it is equal to the sum of the partial pressure of individual gases. It means P total is equal to P1, P2, P3 and so on. If there is n number of gases, then Pn it is equal to P1 plus P2 plus Pn for n number of gases. This will be equation. So this is Dalton's law of partial pressure. Now, if you take partial pressure, so generally the practice they are done in a container in aqueous solution. So see, I am taking here a beaker. In this beaker, water is filled. So suppose here water is filled. So definitely at room temperature there will be some gases, water vapors. At every temperature, vapors exist in equilibrium with liquid. So there is also a gas present. That gas is suppose what? That gas is of oxygen, suppose of oxygen. Then what will be the pressure of oxygen? So here this mixture is made by oxygen and water vapors. So the pressure of oxygen it will be equal to total pressure minus pressure of water vapors. That pressure of water vapor is known as aqueous tension. So what is aqueous tension? Pressure exerted by saturated water vapors is called aqueous tension. It is simple. The pressure of these water vapors, that pressure is known as aqueous tension. And now if you calculate the pressure of dry gas, so pressure of dry gas it is equal to total pressure minus pressure of water vapor, and pressure of water vapor is known as aqueous tension. So pressure of dry gas it is equal to total pressure minus aqueous tension. Really this is a relation or this is a equation for calculating pressure of dry gas. Now let's see the relation of partial pressure with mole fraction. So from ideal gas equation, that is PV equal to nRT. Okay, you know when you solve this question you can find PV equal to N1 RT by V. So pressure of first component it will be equal to number of moles of first component RT by V. R is a gas constant, so it will be constant. For a container, temperature is constant because all the gases are kept in that container. Volume of that container is constant, so only the change is in number of moles. So P1 is equal to N1 RT by V, like that P2 and P3. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, total pressure is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. Put value of P2, P1, P2, P3. These are values. Then RT, V, these are common. So we can write this equation as this. So this is P total is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3 into RT by V. On dividing P1 by this equation, okay, P1 divided by P total. So value of P1 is N1 RT by V. So we will divide this total value by this one. So here, see here, P1 by P total it is equal to N1 divided by N1 plus N2 plus N3 RTV by RTV. This RTV by RTV. So now see, P1 by P total, this will be equal to number of moles of first component divided by total number of moles, and the number of moles of one component divided by total number of moles, it is equal to what? This one is equal to mole fraction. So we can write N1 by N1 plus N2 plus N3 as X1. So P1 by P total is equal to X1, P1 is equal to X1 into P total. This is the relation or partial pressure of first gas. From this equation we can calculate partial pressure. Like that, for second component, second gas, P2 will be x3 into P total. For third gas, P3 is equal to x3 into P total. So commonly in general equation we can write Pi for I component. Pi it is equal to xi into P total. From this equation we can calculate partial pressure of gas, and from partial pressure of gas we can calculate total pressure. See how. Here is a numerical. A neon dioxygen mixture contains, neon dioxygen mixture means mixture of neon gas and dioxygen means O2. Mixture is made by these two gases. This mixture contains 70.6 gram dioxygen and 167.5 gram neon. If pressure of the mixture is 25 bar, what is the partial pressure of dioxygen and neon? So see, first see the values which are given. Mixture, this mixture is of what? Mixture is of neon and O2. For neon and O2, mass of O2 is given 70.6, mass of neon is given 167.5. You know, molar mass of oxygen, it is 32, because O2, mass of one oxygen atom is 16, so mass of two oxygen is 32 and mass of neon is 20 atomic mass. So now see, first calculate number of moles of dioxygen. So number of moles is equal to mass upon molar mass. We have studied in class 9. So mass 70.6, molar mass 32. This is number of moles of dioxygen. Number of moles of neon. So this is number of moles of neon. Like in the same way we can calculate it. Mole fraction of O2. Mole fraction is equal to number of moles of component divided by total number of moles of mixture. So if you calculate mole fraction for O2, this will be equal to 2.21, that is number of moles of oxygen. Here we have calculated this one, number of moles of oxygen and total number of moles. So since the mixture is made by neon and oxygen, so the total number of moles will be equal to number of moles of neon and number of moles of oxygen. So this is total number of moles of mixture. Solve this equation, you will find 0.21. This is mole fraction of O2. You can write it as X O2. X is a mole fraction symbol. Mole fraction of neon. So mole fraction of neon means number of moles of neon divided by total number of moles. Again, this one is number of moles of what? Neon. So you have calculated number of moles of oxygen, number of moles of neon. Now you can calculate partial pressure. You know, partial pressure of gas is equal to mole fraction into total pressure. Partial pressure of oxygen is equal to mole fraction of oxygen into P total. Mole fraction of oxygen is 0.21. This one is 0.21. Total pressure is 25 bar. So this will be partial pressure of oxygen. Like that. Partial pressure of neon, it will be equal to mole fraction of neon into P total. Mole fraction of neon is this one. Total pressure is 25 bar. So the answer will be 19.75 bar. This is the numerical. So in this way we will solve numerical. Here you see there is an observation, and the observation is the sum of mole fraction of all the components. It is always equal to 1. It means x1 plus x2 plus x3. If there are 3 or 4 components or more than 1 components, then sum of the mole fractions of all the components, it is always and always equal to 1. You can see here 0.21, 0.79. It is equal to what? 1.00. So sum of the mole fractions of all component, it is equal to always 1. Then second, partial pressure of gas. Verify this law. You know what total pressure is? Here total pressure, it was what? Total pressure was 25 bar. In question total pressure is given 25 bar, and this is the pressure of mixture of gases. So see, this 25, it is equal to 5.25 plus 19.75. So here again partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of neon. If you add these two partial pressures, you can find the total pressure of mixture. Okay, so in this way we can solve numerical for partial pressure of gases. Thank you students, that's all for today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.